Welcome to Once Upon a Pike on this incredibly gorgeous fall day. Temperature is just about right, hovering in what would be the upper 50s, close to 60 degrees. Beautiful blue sky and an incredibly dry creek bed that you can see behind me. Look at that. No water, maybe a couple of puddles way back there. This is a small one-lane road, as you can see behind me. Step into the shade here. This is a spot back in the dating stage that I was in with my wife, that I would take her on a motorcycle ride and we would come back here off of Paul's Mill Road and visit the creek, which at that time had running water. The dry creek bed is pretty indicative of the dry summer that we have had, and the leaves crunching beneath my feet are just another sign of that dryness. Here you can see just a little pool of water, and it's barely even moving there. But this was one of those spots that we were able to come and visit during our dating phase, and we would come and hang out here occasionally, and sit by the creek bed, hold hands, and it was just a wonderfully nice, quiet, romantic spot. Sadly, I don't think we've been back here since we've been married, and we certainly haven't been back here since we've had kids. So I'd like to revisit this spot. Anyways, that's where I am, off of Paul's Mill Road. And along with me on this journey is my Morelli Devil Anse pipe. And in it today I have some Sutliff Black Cherry. Kind of think of Black Cherry as being more of a summer blend, but it works. It works for today. Coming back here to this spot reminds me of how quickly the time goes by. You know, once you get married, have kids, you just find that you close your eyes and you open them, and you're 15, 20 years in the future, and you wonder, where did that time go? I think about that myself, and I have no idea. Life gets really, really, really busy, and it's sad in a way, because there's so much going on, and we stay so busy that it's easy to lose the precious memories, of things that we used to do, like my wife and I coming back to the spot. That's the good thing about, I guess, this hobby of, the briar. It does kind of reel us in, makes us slow down at least a little bit, enough to cause us to pause to take notice of those things that are around us, to sit and be still and enjoy the different seasons of our lives. We were dating when we came here. Now we are in a completely different stage of life. She was in college. I was working for the institution that I attended as an admissions counselor, and we didn't have kids. Seemed like we had a lot of free time. Now we are in a completely different stage of life. We're raising 3 teenage sons, and then our 4th and 5th child are active as a 10-year-old and an 8-year-old. We spend a lot of time on the road traveling to and from events and soccer games, basketball practices and games and things like that. She's working on the weekends and homeschooling the kids, 3 of the kids during the week. I work full time, and it's just a different stage of life. This year I'll be turning 50 years old. Speaking of stages of life, that's a pretty big stage, isn't it? Turning 50. So this past week, for the first time in 15 years, I went to the gym and had a structured workout. I actually reached out to someone because I hadn't worked out in so long and said, hey, I think I might need some help here. Would like to have some guidance. Amazingly, I never would have done that before, but I'm realizing that my body has changed. There are just things I can't do anymore. Well, put it this way. Things that I used to be able to do without much effort require a lot of effort now. For the first time in my life, I actually have to put thought into my body. For the first time in my life, I have to put thought into what I'm eating, because my body has changed. I now have to worry about, my body weight, which is, for me, I still can't grasp how much I weigh, When my wife and I came to this spot, I was a lean 145 pounds, dreaming of being 155 or 160 was, that just wasn't even in my mind. I could not see that. And now I'm about 186. I don't look it, but I feel it. So I'm in a different stage in my life right now. And I think as I approach 50, it's really different. I feel like I'm not ready for that yet. My mind has not caught up to where my body is. My mind is still telling me, hey, you're a young guy or younger. I'm still in the 30-ish stage. Anyways, I'll have to take these days just a little bit at a time, one step at a time. I do a lot of thinking about now and then reflecting on what my life has been for the past 50 years, 20 years, 25 years, my adulthood, all of that stuff. What have I accomplished? Have I actually done anything? And, I think goals and things like that I had, dreams that I had, I start to realize that I haven't met them, at least not like what I wanted to. That's really challenging to me too as well. Those realities are just, it's hard. So I'm kind of restructuring things and taking life more seriously. I don't know if that's the right phrase, but that's where I am. Well, glad you're able to come with me on this part of the journey on Once Upon a Pipe here off of Paul's Mill Road in Woodford County. I'll come back here again. But thank you, as always, for tuning in. And may God bless you at whatever stage of life that you're in.